Hiya, good afternoon everybody. Welcome to the Flower Patch. My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner. Today I'm only going to do a smaller video as I'm very busy, and I decided just to nip out to see if I can get a few more products. And I came up with an idea when I just walked past something. I bought a wild bird suet scraper feeder. I hope you can see that. And I thought I could put a display in there. So I bought a few, and that's how they come. And with a little lid here where you can open it up. It's about, I'd say, an inch depth, and it's six inches wide across here. And I thought I could put a bit of oasis in, and I noticed they've got little holes at the back here, so you could hang it on a hook on your wall or on your fence or anything like that. And it's also got a chain. It just clips shut. It's got a chain if you'd like to also hang it by the chain. And I thought, let's get a little bit of oasis in it and let's do a little display. And I thought, and then I'm going to see what it's like, and if it's as good, I'm going to purchase more of these. So that is what we're doing. I've already cut down my oasis and put it in. I've not put any moss in, with it being quite small as well, and in a cage. And then the flowers and greenery that we're going to use will cover it all. And I was considering whether actually just to do the front and the sides, but then I thought, well, why not do the back? And you can use that. You've got two options how to hang it, so why not do the back? So by covering these little holes here to hang, hook it onto a wall or a fence, wouldn't matter. I could cover the back with the, you know, the foliage and everything. And that's what we're going to do. I'm looking quite forward to this. I've never done this sort of thing before. It was just an idea that popped in my head as I was walking past the aisle to do with the, you know, bird feed and things like that. So, first of all, I want to show you our greenery that we have. And of course, as usual, my fern. I don't know how much of this I'm going to put in. I've got a few bits there that I had left over from yesterday. So I'll use those first and put them in. And I will be cutting the stems right down really short. I'm thinking of putting the wheating, because the image I'm trying to think of going is just for like a little wildflower look, cottagey type, but look, English garden, I think that's what we call it. So I've got the wheat out. Excuse me. I also thought that I'd get these seeds or berries. What, you know, I'm not sure. They both look a bit like each other. And with it being a rusty colour, but with like a white rusty colour, I thought just by putting those odd ones around, you know, that'll give it some different texture. And of course, I've got this out, and with it having the lime green, I need something to bounce off of the colours of the flowers that we're going to use. I've also got this as well. I finally found out what it's called, and when I realised, I thought, of course, crocodile fern. Why didn't I think of that before? So that, as you can see, is like a white green, and I thought that might be nice again against the florals that we're using. And then I decided, well, I forgot I've got these. These are little wildflower bunch in English country flowers with the bluebells in, bits of lavender, daisy, eucalyptus, and also fern. So it comes with its own foliage. And I think you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 stems in a bunch, and I got that off Bella's Floristry Wholesale when she was doing a live video. So I got those out, and with those having lavender, I thought I'd just get one stem of English lavender out and just use that as well. Just to add a bit in, because these ones in the in here are very small. And I also thought, well, we'll add a bit of purple, and I got these as well from Bella's Wholesale Floristry as well. Purpley blue, like a wildflower, and when I was ordering off the live, oh, when she picked them up immediately, I had to have them, so I did order a few. But as you can see, when I spread them, you get quite a lot on them as well. And I mean, wouldn't they look nice in a vase arrangement? Where they're very airy and wispy. You just sit there and you just put, you know, perhaps this in with them as well. Wouldn't that look beautiful? So we're going to use some of those. Then I also decided that we'll use some, and I've looked these up as well. I did start saying there was poppy, then I went to wildflower, but they're poppy. So we're going to just add a little bit of pink in, which have got their own little berries on. You get 5 on a stem. I hope you can see those, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what you get on them. I've got different colours in those. So with me having them in the pink, I've just got 3 of these stems out. The little ferns with the pink in them, with the buds on the top. And then final, oh no, we've got 2 more. I may not put these in, I'm not sure, but I've got here also some wild daisies that I thought I may add those into it as well. Very pretty. You just have to buff them out. I've not buffed these out yet, but we'll buff them out as we go along. And our main flower that I want to put in, and it's a beautiful colour which will go fantastic against the wildflower and the poppy, is the grey magnolia. Now it's a wonderful colour. When I spotted that as well, oh, and it makes fabulous bouquets and fabulous, you know, like wedding, bridal. It just looks wonderful. So we're going to use that as well. So first of all then, because we've got a little 6-inch frame, well, it's nice because it keeps the oasis in and you haven't got to pin it down or glue it down or anything, so that's quite handy. So first of all then, we're going to put in bits of foliage. Let me just move up our flowers out of the way. We'll just put those in that pot. And let's get on with the foliage. So because I've got some wheat in that, I've only just, you know, bought 3 pieces out. I just want to, you know, have that a bit sticking out here and there. I've cut that, they are cut down really small, you know, perhaps one here, because we're going all the way around. One on, either one on the top, you know, one down at the bottom here. I'm going to try and form the triangle so it'll come like that. So first of all, let's dip it in our glue, and we'll place this one just at the top, just so then that can just hang over, just part these little wheat bits, grains, just to give it a bit more movement. Got a bit of glue there, just take that off. I hope you've done all of your housework, Sandra, by the way. I've done mine, so you reminded me this morning to do my own. So I've done it, made sure it's been done. So thank you for that. I hope you've had a good day as well. Just bend these if you'd like them to bend further over. because we're going with an English garden. There's not really a border you have. It's everywhere. So I might cut this one down into two. Put one at the front here. If you get leaves like that that haven't got wiring and they're quite sturdy, just the warmth of your hand by manipulating them under will start to make them curl and just lean a bit more instead of just sticking so far out like that. So you just keep rubbing them, and as you can see, it's with the warmth of my hand, it's starting to, I'm manipulating it to a bend. We'll put this one here. Let's just tuck that through. I've got to keep an eye on the chain that it is near the top. So if I just place it over there. One at the bottom here. See, I haven't manipulated this one, and look how straight that's become. So I'm going to just manipulate it to go over. That's better. It gives it a better structure than just straight, upright and vertical. Right, we're going to put in our lime green. These are what I had from yesterday, which I'm still not sure about. I should have checked on these as well while I was checking the others. But we shall use some of these in it. I can't get them all out. I keep tying them up in bands when I've got loose bits. And now to take them off is a nightmare. Right, we've got a real tall one here. I'm not going to put the real tall one as, well, I could actually. In fact, I think I will, because I thought just looking at that from where I'm standing, that looked quite effective. As I say, in an English country garden, there's a lot of different heights of things. I'm going to put some more in. I'm going to put one sort of like here, so it looks like this is coming from this, you know, and it's grown out. If you can see, if it's grown out from that one, and like as though they're joined together inside. So we'll just cut it. Oh, I decided when I was out this morning that I was going to treat myself, so I bought myself some new jeans. I don't treat myself to clothes very often. I treat myself, I spend up most of my you know, my pennies, not savings, my money on floral things. I just can't help it. I think I go to bed dreaming of floral and wake up thinking of designs what I can be creating. I was always told as well by my tutor that if you go to bed thinking of flowers and you wake up thinking of flowers, that's the, you know, you're in the right job, and you know you still love your job. And I feel in a way that you know, it makes sense. I think if I didn't like it, I wouldn't want to do it. So personally at the moment I think I'm in the same job, you know, the job that's needed for that I like. Right, so because we put those there, we're going to now turn it. And we're going to start filling bits up on this side as well. So if we just put some glue on there, and we'll go to the opposite side, we'll just put a small one there and bend that over. I hope you can see. We'll get some more of these. cut the ends. Let's just have a look. I'll just put that one up there and let that lean there. So then with another one, I don't want the same height as this, you see, so I'm going to just stand that one like that. So then that one, let me just place it correctly. Will be like that. So this also looks like it's all, you know, joined in, you know, from this main stem, from the main stem here, you've got the root underneath going towards this, and that's also co-joining with these two. And then obviously on the other side, the main root, and you've got a piece coming out from here and also here. So it makes it look like everything's co-joined with each other. So then it gives it a more of a natural effect. Oh, I was talking to a messaging with a lady from who was in America last night. Oh my goodness, they have got, you know, their temperature is in the 104. She comes from Texas and it's in 104. I wouldn't cope. I don't know how they can cope with that. Poor things. And it's been like that for months, she said. Oh my goodness. Is there anybody else out there who you know, who's got the hot weather like that? Because that is really hot. We don't get it that hot over here. I really feel for them having it really hot like that. I'm going to put one right here at the bottom. So we've got something at the bottom that's also going to come away from. I've got two bits. I won't be using that bit because there's only one leaf on it. So I'll use this last one. Just bend that over slightly. And I'm going to put that just under there. Oops, it's coming out there. So it looks like those two are also joined together. So we'll put that there. Right, I'm going to put the fern in. I've got 3 pieces that I had left over from yesterday on picks. Yeah, we're going to put these in, but I'm not going to have them as long as what the picks are. So I'm going to put, just bend it a little. That coming out there, and just slightly moving that way. I will show you this in a moment, guys. And then this one, I want coming from here and bending over as well. I'm going to just slightly bend it a little bit more so it's not as, you know, stuck out like that. You will have some of the leaves because these have only got one side and then they've got the vein or the stalk, the stem bit up there. But in nature, some of your leaves, again, like I say, if you check your gardens out, some of the leaves will be in a different position to others. You know, so you'll see the back of others and the front of, you know, perhaps the same plant. It's the way they all form together. So that's why you may think, oh, well, this is the front. It's not. You know, it's a 360. You'll probably see more, obviously, as we go along. I hope that makes sense. Now this one, in fact I might put that a little bit smaller. want just under here. Turn that around to make it look like that. Before I carry on with any more fern, I want to just put these in, the berries. I'm trying to, I've got to, so I have some small ones like that just coming out, and I think I really do need, let me just take this paper off of it. I need something taller at the back, or should I say in the centre, or leaning. You know, obviously it's going to be cut slightly more down, and it might just even poke through, you know, here as well. So let me just get a few of these in. Let me just actually put that way, and just slightly bring it up and then bend it over, just so that's slightly leaning that way. I do like these. I like the colour of them. You can't really fluff them up. They've only got two stems, two little stems attached, but they're just so effective. So let's get this one coming through the tallest stem. I'm not going to bend that one strictly too much over. I hope you can see that, ladies and gentlemen. So it's just poking through. Now I'm going to cut one down smaller, and I'm going to put it on the back of where you are. Well, as you can see it. So let's turn it around. And I'm going to put that down there. Like that. I may get some more foliage out, you know, with, in fact I think I will. I'll probably get some of the ficus out to give it a different texture with the leaves. Let me just put, oh, I'm going to use all of these. I'll just cut them at that length. I think I've just thrown one away. No. Right, so with here, yes, with this side, I'm going to put that one now sticking up that way. Higher than that one, but lower than this one here. So they look that they're all on different growth times, you know. So you've got it like that. And I've got one more that I think I might just put coming through, just so it's coming through there. So that's where I have measured it to. Let's, just so that's like that. So I'm just going to add I think a couple more of the fern. I don't want too much of this in it. And I'm going to try and cut these at a shorter height. Don't want them as high. Just bend the stem. Right, I want one here. And the reason I want one there is because obviously there's just all there is on that side is just one stem at the moment. There's no shape or nothing. So we need to put something just slightly above to balance it out and to give it obviously more of a shape. You want something to soften it, start softening, because English gardens are soft and very pretty. And then with this one I'm going to put the other side. And I'm going to put that right in the centre. I'm just bending it over, just like that. So now I've got these also, these with the pink fern in, or pink and green, and the little buds on the grasses. I'm just going to push them slightly up. Let me find the centre. That's it, I've got a little stem. I did cut these down low. I want to be going, I think just coming from out the back here and leaning up. So it sits just like that. So if we just place it like that. And then, oops, it's wilted over. Let me just check. No, it's not going to have it. So let me take the old glue off. I don't want that on. I'm going to do it directly down. I should have done that in first place, shouldn't I? I'm not having such a bad day today with forgetting things. So, must be a good thing then, eh? And I'm going to sit that, like I say, just like that. So as you can see, it's going to be all around, and it's, you know, so you can hang it up. I think that's quite pretty. I don't know why I didn't think of things like this before. Oh well. So we'll do another one. And this time, because you've got a really wispy bit with the wheat there, I'm going to put this one just hanging low here. And then on this side, this one is going to go hanging that side. So I'm just going to push these up, clean the stem. I've had a look what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. I bet you can't guess. Sorry I keep going on about it. I'm just like wondering when it's going to stop. One moment, I've got that stuck. So now you've got it looking like that. I do want to, like I say, I've got the crocodile fern that I'm going to just be placing up at the top, some at the bottom, you know, to give it that extra, you know, thicker leaf than what we've got on the rest, because the rest are quite airy. Even though these are quite airy, they are, you know, much thicker than what the others are. I do like them as well. I got these from Leaf. I checked it out. I got them from Leaf. Right, so we're going to go in at this angle and let that just sit freely so it can, you know, hang and do the job that it should be doing. We'll get another one. This one only come was the centerpieces on one of them. and they only have 2. So what I'm going to do is just tape these up together and use them as one. Unless you just want to put one in, you know, the 2 in by themselves. But with me wanting to sort of like make it full, well, full, that's all I do anyway. But, you know, busy, I guess. I don't know what the word is. But, yeah. A variety, I guess. In fact, I'm going to put one, let me just, yeah, under here as well. Put that one with there. Now I've got one left. Let me think where I might put that one up there as well, on the opposite side. And let that just hang as well. I think that's quite pretty. I can't believe it. But I do really need some different foliage. So one moment everybody, I'm just going to have a look for some different foliage. Some with a slightly bigger leaf. Do I have those? What are those? Oh, isn't it funny when you start going through things and you spot something? And I'm going to take... Right, I've just gone and got some grasses, because a traditional English garden always has grasses, always. I've also got some ficus as well. With it having white, I want to set it off a bit because with the deep purpley blue on the wildflower, I think that would look really nice against it. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is get the ficus. Let's just bend the stem, and we're going to put this basically anywhere, because an English garden, it is a mixture of a lot of different things. So beautiful little things as well. So I'm just going to place that there, just bend it and twist it. Just like that. It might look a bit odd at the moment, but we will. You will tend to see the difference as we go along. Just get the other one. Now on this one, I'm going to cut this in 2. And on the back of where you can see, I'm going to put this just there, hanging on its own in the corner. So then with this one, I'm going to put this smaller piece on the top. And that's there. Just cut some more off. I do like ficus. I do think it works well in really anything. I've used it a lot of times. It's very good. Now, do I put it there, or in fact, we're going to go on here. We need to keep reminding ourselves we've got to cover the sides. Let me just see. And also, you know, you can go from underneath as well. Just put that down. And then on this side, it's not sitting now, I've gone underneath. Just hold it with my elbow. And on the opposite side, we're going to stick that one just there. I've also got, like I say, I don't know what they're called. I think there's something, I've seen them in house plants before. I've got a lot of glue on me. Things like that. But I thought, because, you know, to add a different bit of colour in the greenery, we want something that's going to just slightly stand out and also act as depth and coverage for your oasis. So some of these are going to be going underneath especially. Just sit that like that. So let me just cut a few, and they do move up and down, you know, this bottom leaf. So you can, like, once you put it in, use the bottom leaf and push it down to the bottom of the oasis, just to cover the oasis. I tend to do that, you know, with bigger leaves if they move. It saves you putting more, you know, more in. So as you can see, I'm just putting that in, and then just sliding the bottom one down, and then opening it up, and then that gives you a bit more coverage than what you can see. To put one here. Because you're going to be, you know, if it's hanging up, you're going to look underneath. So I would, I don't want to have an all round look, so you have to also remember to do the bottom. I'm going to put a couple of these in the, also in the top. You know, on the sides. I'm going to put one like that, so then it looks like this is joined up with the other one underneath. I'm just going to slightly bend that. So it just looks like you've got a little bit of a shrub going off here, or a bush. So I'm going to now put this one here poking through. Just to sit that like that. I've got a couple more. And plus I've got the other foliage as well, what's on the little bunch of wildflower with the daisy and the lavender. So I do have that as well. I'm going to put that there. And this is acting as depth. As well, you know, as well as the filler. Because I've got those there, I'm going to place one just there, like that's coming away from that one. Right, I'll lie that down like that. Let's take the stickers off of that. And I'm going to put a few bits of grass. Now these are also, like I've said, you know, before, they do push up and down. I tend to get these and I'll leave one that way, then I get the other one and twist it, and that's how I tend to do it. I don't have them all facing, you know, the same way, and then the one above that I'll twist that like the first one, and that's what I tend to do. So it's got more, and then once I've finished doing it right to the top, then I just push them up. If I can get them up. It's quite good quality, so they're quite strong. That's another one. So then they're like that. They're not all, you know, the same like that. It's just to give, again, you know, like I say, more of a natural look and also movement. So when the wind blows, you know, it's going through different areas. It's not just sticking to it like that, which is just looks like a fan to me. So I like to just manoeuvre them around so they're all at different places. And then just get your stem again and just slightly bend it into a, you know, more of a natural position. I think, let's just have a quick look. I'm going to put one coming out here, as you can see, and that's going to stick out there. In fact, I'll just cut that down a bit more. So like I say, we don't really need long lengths of your stem. You know, because if you keep long lengths, it's just going to go straight through, quite far away across, and you might not get some of your other, you know, things in. So I don't do really long stems when it's, you know, I check, you know, on what the design I'm doing and whether I need long stems or not. But on this occasion, it's not a very big arrangement, and the size of the container, like I say, 6 inches, isn't very big either. So, you know, to me then that just says, you know, I need to cut them down, the stems smaller. So that's how I've you know, it's not what I've been taught. That's how I don't know, is it common sense? You know, I don't really know. That might be the wrong word, sorry. It works for me. It just works for me. So now I'm going to lift this one. And because I've got one there, I'm going to put one standing slightly up there. So that looks like it's joined to that one again. That's my main thing, how I tend to look at things, especially in my garden. I've got a lot of flowers and plants. I am a keen gardener, and so is my husband. So we look at the positions of, you know, how they're placed and how they should be. So yeah, I'm very much for looking at own, you know, natural look on things. Right, so we've added that. Now I'm going to bring in our floral, because we've got quite a bit of floral. We just put the grass back, and we've got the big magnolia as well, which will help take some of the space. So let's put the magnolia in first, with it being the biggest. Now I've only got 3 on these. These are quite expensive for one stem. I think there was about £7 just for one. But it was the colour that caught my eye, and I had to, you know, grab a few. Well, I say a few, about 5 stems, which was very expensive, but they're well worth it. They're very good quality. I mean, I don't know if you can see again, and the leaves are super, you know, very realistic, and like they're like a brown, as magnolias should have, brown leaves underneath, and you know, and these are wonderful. You know, I just had to have them. Right, because I've only got 3 of these on one stem, we're going to put one obviously around here in the centre, and then we're going to put one upright as well. So I'm going to do the one at the top first, and it's going to sit sort of like here, and just push it there. I'm not going to go any lower because obviously, you know, we want to keep a bit of height. If you just bend that over so you can see, you know, and just turn it and have a look. Yeah. And then I've got this other one I want to bring, because there's only 3, I'm going to bring one, you know, here, and the other one also on this side. If I had, you know, like 5, then I would scatter them more around. Just push that in a little bit, just to bring that like that, just to fluff up your flower. They are beautiful. Now I'm going to cut this one down because it is rather long. And the same with this. But the one with this one, the flowers are all facing there to make it look like it's the front. Well, this one, the flower's going to be facing the opposite way. So it's coming this way. This side. So then it doesn't make it look like this is your focal point. This is just the back. Some of the flowers are going to be facing out this way as well. So that's your magnolia. Let's put in the long wildflower, the purple. These are really nice. As I say, very pretty. I love pretty things. You could either put them all in, cut them to the just here, and then just place them all in like that. I want to scatter mine around because I want them to give it a 360 look. So we're going to just do this. Oh, they're so hard, some of them. Ooh. Right, I'm going to keep the leaves on, even if, I mean, because those push up, so I can push those up to where I'd like them. Here where I've got the first stem at the bottom, I'm just going to tweak it over a little bit, just encourage it to just bend slightly. And then with the same with that one, because there's no wire in these, and then just the wires in the main stem, and then just fold it, you know, bend the stem. So it turns out more, well, hopefully realistic, because wildflower, well, I love them. I love any flower. I just love any flower, anything that's nice, you know, which they all are. I'm going to stick one there. Don't that look lovely against the grey? I hope you can see. I think the purple stands out lovely with the grey. So even once I've cut them down, they are quite long anyway. So, you know, I'm going to keep some of the flowers like, you know, down. I'm not pushing them all up because I want some to act, you know, as the depth again. They're very airy and lovely. So I'm going to cut this one a bit shorter. And I'm just going to sit it, just coming out there. Got a smaller one here. We'll do the same with that. Oh, I love anything twiggy, airy. My husband thinks I've got a problem. And I says, well, if I have, it's a good problem. And this one, because I've got quite a bit of space, I'll slide it in as an angle. Just slightly bend the main stem. And I'll put a couple in there as well. And I'll put one across here, leaning out. I'll go from the side here. Just have a quick look. Oh, it acts really pretty. Oh, I'm so glad I bought these. Right, where's that one there? Right, on this other side, I'm going to put one coming out from the front. Put it in the centre. So it just pops out and gives you that airy feeling. Oh, it's beautiful. And aren't they beautiful? I can't get over how lovely they are. Now it's making me want to use the other bunch. I'll just hang on with it, 'cause I might use it. I don't know. Right, I've got these English lavender. We're going to put some of those in, and then we're going to put these wildflowers in with, you know, with the bluebells, the daisies. No, they are lovely. Just fluff these up because they all come compact and flat. Because obviously in transit they're all squashed on top of each other, you know, so just go down, fluff it, and look how they stand out. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, so that becomes better looking than what that is, don't you think? I sure do. So we're going to get some of these dotted about as well. I'm going to put one like it's trying to grow upwards. I'm going to put one behind this fern, just popping out. On this side as well. I hope you can see. Oh dear, I haven't got, well, oh, I have got my cat. I was just going to say, oh, it's been nice and peaceful today. I haven't had my cat around me. Oh, why do I speak too soon? Do you have any pets that like to get involved in your work? I've got two cats, but there's only one who loves it. Right, I'm going to turn this around and then I'm going to start and put a couple on this side as well. Like I said, oops, it's going to be very hard to balance it now. It's got things under the bottom, but we'll, you know, do us best. Yeah, we'll just stick that one, oops, upright and just slightly bend the head, but not much. Oh, they are sweet. I've got lots of lavender in my garden, really lots. White ones, purple ones, pinky coloured ones. I do like lavender. Right, now we've done that, I'm just going to open this wild bunch that I can't wait to have a look at. I can imagine these would be lovely in a wedding bouquet. Just a small, you know, just like a handheld one. Not a particular like teardrop bouquet or anything. Just, you know, an English garden bouquet where you've got them in your hands, a nice bit of ribbon, and that's it. I think they'd look lovely. Right, as you can see, we've got the bluebell and a lavender together on one. Oh my goodness, they're all stuck together. They do come compact. Oops. Now they're tangled. Let me get this. So yeah, they come like that. And what I want to do with these as well is put these up at the top. So just cut that. Bluebells are, you know, typical in English gardens, and I do like them. Here's another one that I'd like to use. These stuck together. I don't get it. Probably melted together. Oh, let me just get my and pierce it. No, it's not. Oh my goodness. I didn't think they came like this. One moment. I won't let it defeat me. That's the sort of person I am. I will keep going at it until, you know, especially, can you imagine if a customer wanted them and I couldn't get them apart? They wouldn't be very happy, would they? I'm going to get my florist's knife. I'm just going to go slowly down the stem. I hope this works. I don't know, it's just not moving. Oh, isn't that weird? Let me try the other one. I've got another one here, is that the same? One moment everybody, this is confusing me. Because the cane looked like there was just 10 stems. It has a couple that are loose and the rest are glued together. Can you see that? Let me take that off. It's got 2 loose and then the rest are like all glued together. They look like they can come off if you prise them off. But I don't know if that's supposed to be it as it is. Maybe. And just put it in as one. Now, have I never had that happen to me? Right, I'm going to put these in here. I think I'll cut these down slightly smaller. And I've got 2, so I'm going to put 1 just here and then 1 on the other side. It up, and I want it down here. This one, give it a bit of English garden feeling at the bottom as well. Right, let me just, I can't give in with this. I really can't give in with this. This will really haunt me if I don't get it. Oh, there's another way that I could do it. I could take them off the heads and put my own picks on. Oh my good gracious me. You know what? the daisies I want out. I'm going to put these to the side. I'm going to separate these tonight. I can't leave it like that. Because I'm trying to get, you know, the most out of it. That's why I bought it like that. It's really weird. That's probably why they covered it over with raffia, where it was joined, so you couldn't see. Right, I'm going to put on this side, because there's a big gap here, I'm going to, you know, just put a piece in there so it will sit like that and help start to cover up some of your foliage. So, sorry if it keeps bending over, it's because I've got something underneath for it not to stand, you know, upright. So we're going to just put this at an angle. And then just spread it out. And these have got little wild daisies. Just spread them about. So you're happy with how this, you know, lying and placed in your arrangement. I'm just going to cut another one or two, or who knows. That's baffled me. So that one's there. I'm going to bring one out here from the side, because we need to start also again keep filling our sides up. Oh, here I want to go. Right. So cut a few more off. If you see any glue strings again, just remove them. Because on an odd occasion I spot some, so I have to take them out. That one's there. Just trying to, I think that, in fact, that could look nice with that. Place that there. I've got another one. I think I'm going to add a few more of the purple wildflower. I think it needs a bit more to just set off these a little bit more, because there is quite, you know, subtle purples. I want something quite deep to, you know, give it a bit of life, as I call it. One here. I want to put one under the bottom. Right, let's just start putting some more of these purple ones in. We'll put the other full stem in. Yeah, these are really pretty. And then I'm going to add the poppy as well. I think, because once I've added the poppies as well, that'll give it a bit more, you know, I don't know, what do you call it? Oomph, a bit more, I don't know. I don't know what the word is. I'm trying to think of one now. Right, I'm going to put some of this, you know, dotted in here. I may even start cutting these down and just having some as depth as well. So we'll just place one of these. In fact, we'll place it here. Let's cut a few down. And we'll keep that leaf with that one. Right, push that up a little bit. Because I've cut down there on the stem, I will now have a bit poking up there. I don't know if you can see it. So I need to turn that over with my pliers to stop that end leaf from falling over, falling out, sorry. And then I just get those and twist it over tightly. Then once it's twisted over, I press it in, and now that won't come off. So I'm going to dot a few up here. And this is just going to be a random placing. I'm not going to be counting. Oops, sorry. Oh my goodness, everything's dropping off of my shelf. I'm not going to be counting how many to put in. With a country garden, everything's scattered about. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to be placing any in any particular order. Concerning the odds and evens on a country garden, in my eyes anyway, people may have the different opinions or different ways, but in my eyes it's just everything's everywhere, and it always comes out. Country gardens look beautiful when they're like that, like a wild meadowy effect. I'm going to put another one through the lavender, let that just sit there. I'm going to put one also there, and then I'm going to turn it over. And now we really need to be putting things in here. So I've got this again to use to put into the other side. Just fluff that one up as well. Doing that for. I'm going to split this in two and have two smaller pieces. I'm just going to have them all the same length. I want a bit of depth again. So let's start putting some depth in here and start filling it. Put one in there. Right, I've got some of these here. Use these. Oops. Just turning it over again and then press it. Cat's watching me like I don't know, it's just like I'm a teacher, you know, like I'm his teacher for food. It's like he keeps, when he's hungry he hangs about, especially, and he don't tend to go away until I basically run after him really and do as he wants. My husband says I'm too soft with him, but why not? He's a little baby. Turn that one over. Is anybody going out tonight? I've been out, like I say, this morning. I went to see my friend Kaylee, who I've spoken about, who was a florist, and a great florist at that. I went to see her, and then we went just do a bit of shopping together and had a bit nice coffee and a chat. It's lovely to catch up with her. She works very hard. Right, we need something there, so I've got actually got one of those. I keep spotting oddments that I have. Oh, I might have a bit more of those. Some of that. And then I've got, like I say, eucalyptus. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I will be with you in a minute. I'm just sorting through what I've just got out of a container down there. I do have these, well, this, two I've got. And with them having pinking for the poppy, I think they will look nice down at the bottom. It's going to add, I could actually, let me think, I could cut this in two. Yes, because I'm going to have it just popping up. So we'll put one in first. Again, usual thing, fluff it up. So I'm going to put one here, where this, push that quite far in, spread the leaves, that'll do a little bit there, and then I've got, now this is a really tiny stem, so I want the under there. So I've got one more of these. I haven't reordered any of these, I don't know why, they are very nice. I'll have to do the research again tonight and carry on and order something else. I don't mind researching and, you know, and looking for things that I like. I can't get this off. I find it quite, I don't know, exciting in a way, because you get to then see, you know, all new different flowers and everything that's come out. Or you spot something you like and you think, oh my goodness, I've got to have that. Right, I just need to put some of these on the side. I'm going to put one just there at the bottom. And I cannot get this sticky off. This is my complaint with products. When I said the other day, why do they put the sticky tapes up there? This is, you know, oh, one of my hates. And you could spend at least a few minutes trying to get it off. You could be even busy, you know, rushing, trying to get your work done, and they decide that you have to stand and twiddle away with some sticky tape. Right, we are going to put in, to start with, our poppies. I've got to get these in first. These are going to add a different, more, you know, a little bit more different colour. These are all on paperback again. They come with their own little wispy bit. You get 5 in a stem. We don't want that, because these we're going to have to tape, well, if they're okay, Yeah, that was okay actually. Oh, I've ripped them off quite well today. Usually I just hack at it and mess it up. Oh, well, I'm very happy. In fact, I want to cut the end anyway because it gets thinner as it goes down. So we're going to put something like that. So if you can see that colour, sorry, I've just realised I haven't been putting it up. If you can see the colour there as well, and obviously we're going to have some up here, and it gives that English look as well, because we get a lot of poppies here. I guess you get a lot of poppies everywhere else, but it's an English thing we tend to do. I don't know. I think everybody's got their own sort of, you know, thing in their own countries, towns. It's not just obviously in England, but it is quite, a lot of people I've seen, you know, when they do videos, always like to do English garden themes. But they do become really pretty. It's wispy bits as well. I could always get another colour. I could get a purple. I've got purple as well. Oh my goodness, here I go again. And this is why my what's the papers? Peel it all off. This is why my style, like I said yesterday, is full, I guess bouncy, airy. And that's the sort of style that I like. I want to just put a couple on back. You see, out of that little tray that we had bird feeder, we've got this. Isn't that good? And we've still got plenty of space, you know, that I can see where things could go. If you don't want to put a lot in, and you just think, oh well, they'll see me oasis at the bottom, it's not going to look very good, put moss on it. You know, put your moss on it, and then if you've had, you don't want to add any more, you know, and stop like here at this place, then it's not going. You're not going to see your oasis because your moss will be covering it. So at the end of the day, that's what I suggest if you don't like big, full, and you know, like what I'm doing. I've done it many times where I have done it slightly where there's, you know, and I have put moss on it. See, I did find these as well in the tub. I'm not even sure what they are. I think they came with the oak leaves or something, but find anything and place it in, because it always looks nice. It always gives it that different, you know, movement, texture, dimension, you know, unless you're obviously planning to do something at a certain, you know, style. But with the wild gardens, you just place it anywhere. Obviously I can see a space here. Right, I want to get some more greenery. Some that'll go further down and act as the deck. I don't want that. You know, I've just found these picks that I cut off of a vine, a summer vine we had. And I just spread them about and just bend them. Like that. And you can put it in as one. You can, I mean, you could put it behind this depth, or even at the bottom to have it hanging out, or in fact at the side looks quite nice. And then I found this other one, slightly longer, it's all squashed up, but again, fluff it up. Oh, I do like doing things like this. Just bring one of them. You have to keep messing around until you're happy with the position that it's in. And fluffing that, and then you've got another one you could put in as a hole, or you could take this one apart as well from these here and have that bit as your top bit and use this bottom one as a different one. So I'm going to put those in, and same with this one as well. You can just use the bottom bit as one pick and then use this bit from here as another. But on this one I'm going to put it all in as one because it's not very large, so I want to see where we're going to put it. I think that looks nice there. I'm going to put it there because obviously, like I say, we've got to cover the bottom, and that looks quite nice there. Just sticking out from there. I hope you can see. I keep moving it, like I said the other day. It seems to be a habit. Right, these are push-ups, so I'll just push it up. Put the end. I'm going to put that just in there. Just to sit just at the side there. I've got another one. Let's see. I'm just going to turn it around again. Yes. Under here. There's nothing under here. There's a big gap, a bit of space, so we're going to put that in there. And fluff that out. And now that's filled that space. We need something in here, so this is where these may come in. So I'm just going to lie that flat, and I'm going to cut this down. Because I've got the ones with that little the big daisies on, or there may even be Geminis. Or should they actually go here? It is. And then if I take that one off, will that pull off? No. Just bend them over, because where I've just cut, I don't leave them like that. I don't, you know, I don't like to see that. It doesn't look a professional job. So, oops a daisy. So I cut it at a slight angle. So then once you put your leaves back up, it doesn't look like nothing's been attached. They are very hard, these. Right, let's just bend these bits around. And I'm going to put that one at the bottom here. Let's get this in to fill that gap. And then because we've got a little pink flower, I'm going to sit that just by itself at the top. I don't want to put a stem on it because I want it to just, you know, sit in the background at the bottom. So it's like that. Now, like I say, I've got bits of a eucalyptus that I could shove to the bottom and around. Oh, I better. Oh yes, I've still got that one. I'll pick that up in a minute. I want to put at the bottom, with it having bluey, you know, a bluey colour, bluey grey, I thought it would look nicer. But I've got somewhere I've cut them in little pieces to use as a backdrop. So just basically, oops, just put them in like that. Oops, I caught, let me just, got a bit of glue on one. That's it. You know, and then just get the other oddments of it. If you've got oddments, that'll work great for doing anything what's right for your depth, putting it right at the bottom. You know, don't use a fresh stem if you've got oddments, because they're very good for things like that. And then just fluff up again. Glue string. I'm going to put one down here. I will show it you again, just why it's in this position. I thought I'd just get a few of them in. My goodness, I've stuck to my clothes. Big glue string here. Cut that one right down. I want that one to go there because I can see a space on the side. I don't want it to be on view. Check this side, that's quite full. I've got two of those. No, I'm not going to. Right, let's just check. I'll pick up that piece that I've just dropped, and I'm just looking where I can place it. That's there. Just turn it around. Oh my giddy hand. There. Just there, ladies and gentlemen. There's a big space there. So I'll just go and get it. Oh my goodness. So that is where, yes, I'm going to place that at an angle. It's one of the best things there really to do, is if you want to do an English garden design or anything like that. Go to somewhere that'll do vines, you know. I went to a local shop and saw some vines, artificial ones, and there was very good quality. So I bought a few, and this is a part of it. Excuse me. And the best thing for, like I say, when you want to make an English meadow design, it's already done for you. You just cut the picks off as, you know, the length you want, like I've just shown you, and then just place them in, and you've already got your English garden. They've done the hard work for you, which is good, and all you have to do is just place it. So that's a great thing, you know, when they do that. Let me just check the bottom. Yeah, we've still got things at the bottom. I hope you can see. Just underneath here, where I can put some more foliage. So I'll just place that there. Get a little bit more. What I'm looking for is something along the lines of just like a bit of, you know, soft fern. anything along them lines, or asparagus fern. Oh, I've got that there. We'll use a bit of that. So these have also got like a purpley colour in them as well. I think they're very pretty, and they are really good for fillers, really good. So just spread, just fluff them up, and we're going to put those at the bottom to fill in them couple of gaps. Put some more in. Oh, I'm ready for my tea. What time are we on? Oh, it's not time. Usually it's not till about 6 o'clock in the evening we tend to all sit down and eat. I'm ready now. I've got that there. I just saw a bit on that corner too. Mind you, I always say, like to my husband, I'm just going to do a quick video. And he always stands there and says, see you in about 3 hours. I think he knows me too well. It's because I love chatting. I really do. I said that to my husband and he just stands there and laughs and, well, we know you do. Sort of a reaction. Just fluffing it up. Right, now we've finished, I think, looking at that. I've looked around for gaps at the top. Oh, mind you, this bit, I've seen a bit. I'm going to put a couple of these in. Yeah, I always suggest that when you're doing any arrangement, even if it's a simple arrangement, please check, because you don't want the customer coming back and complaining. That's what you're not, you don't want to happen. I mean, people, yeah, they have their opinions on your styles, but it's just constructive criticism. Don't take it seriously, because there's many people out there, as I said yesterday, who will love your designs. I love anybody's designs, because as far as I'm concerned, you've had that enthusiasm and that initiative to go ahead and give it a go. And no matter what they look like, whether they're slightly basic or you're new at it, especially when you're new, that's your first step of doing something grand. And it always, eventually, some learn quicker than others, but eventually it will be grand. And be proud. But whatever you're making as your learner, it's fantastic. Good on you. You're doing a great job, and I'm proud of you. So all people tend to need is a bit of, support. My husband gave me a lot of support, and my children. Right, this is what we have, and I can't see any more now. Let me just grab the chain. Right, there's a chain, and it's only small now, so you can elongate the chain. You can just, attach a string to it, because it is very full. But as I said, out of that to that. So you don't have to go and spend lots of money on big, little trays or anything like this. You just don't. Like I say, this was only, in English money, I think it was £1.55 or 50, something like that. just to feed your birds in, and then I've made a big arrangement like that. So, you know, it's like it can hang wherever you'd like it to hang, and or you could even have it on what you have your one of those hangers for your hanging basket, and just hang it on there. Nobody would ever know that you've got it in a bird feeder. So I hope you all enjoyed that short video. I won't be doing any videos over the weekend because that's my time to catch up and go through things that I need to order and my accounts and that. So like I say, give it all a go. You know, go and grab a bird feeder, whether it's be one like this, a round one. Just put some Oasis in and make your design from that. Cheap as chips. So I hope you enjoyed that small video. I say small, when I look it'll probably be over an hour. Sorry about that if it is very long. And I shall see you all on Monday. And thanks everybody for, you know, watching. Please subscribe and share to your friends. I really do appreciate your comments, and I really do appreciate your likes. So have a great weekend. I know we've got rain, but never mind. I still make it great. And I'll see you all on Monday. Take care and have a fabulous weekend, and stay safe. Bye bye.